course, ladies, I do want to let you know that there is no splash zone here at the Gwendolyn show, so I encourage you to sit as close to the stage as you can. If there are empty benches ahead of you, please move forward and sit in those empty benches. Extra credit for you. If there are benches ahead of you where someone else is sitting but you want to be the one to sit there, you shut those people off and then you can sit where they were sitting. It's not that far down. What's happening over there? Coming at me from all directions, and I am not complaining. Hold on, okay, I'm gonna start soon. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jeez.
Whoa,
Okay.
wow.
Wow, okay. Hold on. I know what I'm doing. It's my show. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Hi. Gwendolyn show, last show of the season. Come get her before she's wasted. If you don't have a drink yet, there's a short line up there. Feel free to get some for yourself or me. Apparently,
Holy.
I got it, Mug. I got it. This is a vessel.
You have fans.
I have friends. This is gonna take me
I think
17
these people are trying to
days.
kill you.
They're trying to. I'm not gonna drink it all at once.
Then what's the point?
Where do you think that I would put it? I am wearing a corset. It's got steel
I'm a
bowling.
married man. I'm not supposed to think like that. Don't make me think like that.
Listen, you. You're my favorite. Okay, is that all? Good, jeez. Alright. I mean, it is only half full. If my mom could see me now. Oh my god. Alright, lords and ladies, welcome to the Gwendolyn show! I am so excited that you're all here today. I'm excited that you're here because I...
Married slut.
Make my own. Oh, it's a do-it-yourself kit for the cider. This one got away. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right.
You need a hand?
No, I got it. I'm doing it. Squatting. Thank you. Oh God. Oh, party foul.
Hey, that's
Party
substance
foul.
abuse.
Listen, you try to carry 2 apples and 2 ciders at the same time after you've been drinking vodka since noon. I'm coming back for you. Alright. Okay. Alright.
And you get a cider, and you get a cider,
No, they're all
and
for
you
me.
get a cider.
Yeah.
That's what I said, sweetheart. Alcohol kills germs.
I don't know what the count is yet. Hold on. Okay, you guys. Oh, jeez. Is my boss here? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I like that you're cheering for me. I didn't do anything. You wouldn't drag that part. You're going to love this show. I am so excited that you're here today. I'm excited that you're here because I recently heard the most epic fairy tale I've ever heard in my entire life, and I would like to share it with all of you. Do you want to hear a fairy tale? Say aye.
Aye!
Great, this story.
Oh God, now we gotta get one more.
Okay, good, because I did not want to squat down again.
There we go. Now it's not unlucky.
One more and you get the record, Gwendolyn.
One more and I get the record. That's about all that's going to fit in here. I'm going to pass out till Tuesday.
Wednesday, here we come.
Oh my God, I'm going to pass out till Wednesday afternoon. Okay, I'm getting more than the hooligans. Yeah, that's right. Per person, it's per person. Ladies, the story that I Three Little Pigs, you know it? You know it? Oh, good, because I skimmed it. So I think I have all the parts, so if I forget something, you guys can let me know, but at the end, got it? Say aye.
Aye!
Are you ready for a fairy tale? Say aye!
Aye!
Without further ado, I present to all of you the Greek romantic tragedy of the Three Little Pigs. As told by Gwendolyn Steele. Thank you, here we go. Once upon a time in an ancient forest, there lived three little pigs. Their names were Winkin, Blinkin, and Nod. They had a lovely childhood growing up, sometimes going to market, sometimes staying home, sometimes eating roast beef, sometimes having none, and weeing all over the place. Yeah, gross is correct. That's hashtag clean up in aisle 7. Eventually, the three little pigs' mother told them it's time for them to go out and make their way in the world. As Winkin, Blinkin, and Nod walked along, they discussed what kind of houses they were going to build. I will build my house out of straw, said Winkin, the first little pig. That way it will be nice and light and airy and have a yummy hay smell all the time. Blinkin and Nod shook their heads at their brother. Don't build it out of straw. They said if you build it out of straw, it's going to get knocked down in the first stiff wind. But Winkin didn't care and he began building his house anyway. Blinkin was the next little pig and he said, I'm going to build my house out of sticks. That way it will be stronger than Winkin's straw house. Don't build your house out of sticks, said Nod. If you build your house out of sticks, someone could come along and pull a stick out of the bottom of the house and the whole thing would fall down just like Jenga. Yeah, you guys know what Jenga is, right? Okay, good, because I was really worried that I would feel even worse about my Friday nights alone in my apartment. Why are you laughing at that part? It's relatable. It's okay, I'm not actually alone. I have a whole box of wine. Yeah, did you know that if you get enough boxes of wine, or that I had wine in them previously, you can make a fort. Yeah, and then you can have the person that lives downstairs come up for a slumber party. Yeah, a slumber party. You braid each other's hair and paint each other's nails and practice kissing. Anyway, it's not about my life. Blinkin didn't care, began building his house anyway. Nod was the third little pig and he walked alone to his plot of land. My brothers are ridiculous, said Nod, shaking his head. Everybody knows you're supposed to build your house out of gingerbread and candy. How else are you gonna lure two little children inside so you can fatten them up and eat them? And with that, Nod cackled an evil cackle. I was gonna do it. Okay, you guys do it. You're my stunt cackle. Everybody cackle out to the face. Go. Oh my God. I should be part of a medical study. Winkin, Blinkin, and Nod worked on their houses for quite some time. Winkin on his straw house, Blinkin on his stick house, and Nod on his gingerbread and candy house. After a while, they were all finished and they held corresponding housewarming parties where they got a lot of fun gifts, like a coffee maker, the blender, the toaster, the coffee maker, the microwave, and a coffee maker. For a time, the three little pigs lived happily all in a row. When one morning, there was a knock on Winkin's straw house door. Yeah, you guys do the knocks on the benches, and then it's like you're part of the story. There was a knock on Blinkin's straw house door. Blinkin, it's not the police. Not that time. Yeah.
It's the FBI.
It's not the FBI, child. You didn't write my okay, don't fist bump the child. It's gonna be... No, you shut your face. Winkin opened the door just a crack and peered out and saw what appeared to be a large hairy woman wearing a lady's nightgown. He was very confused because the hairy woman had big ears, a long nose, and sharp, pointy teeth. Hi, you guys are just in time. You haven't missed anything. You guys, there's some new people that just got here, so I'm gonna catch them up. I'm gonna catch them up to the show, okay? Okay, so this is the story so far. This is the Greek romantic tragedy of the three little pigs, Winkin, Blinkin, and Nod. They lived in their mom's basement, and then she was like, "You're 32, stop living in my basement." They had to build their own houses out of questionable housing material. First one's out of straw. I don't know how they built that one. There's two. They don't have opposable thumbs to hold the hammers. Second one's out of sticks. Did you know I drink a lot of wine? If you drink a lot of wine, if you drink red wine and white wine, you mix it together, then you're a fancy person. But you can just drink red wine. That's really good. Yeah, we should share later. And then there's not. You build a gingerbread candy house, which sounds delicious, but shellacked all the heck so that it doesn't melt. You guys got that? Say aye. Okay, perfect.
16!
16 is my favorite number.
17.
Oh no. This is gonna go. I'm gonna take a drink out of your drink. Okay. You shut your face. There was a knock on Winkin's straw house door. door. Everyone just knocks. When he opened the door, just a crack appeared out. So it appeared to be a large hairy woman wearing a lady's nightgown. He was very confused because the hairy woman had big ears, a long nose, and sharp, pointy teeth. "What do you want?" yelled Wiccan through the straw house door. "Excuse me, little pig," said an old lady voice that definitely sounded fake. Little pig, let me come in." Now, Lincoln was very aware of stranger danger, so he slammed the door shut. Oh yeah, good. He slammed the door shut. And yelled through the door, "No, I will not let you in. Not by the hair, my chinny chin chin." Suddenly, the fake-sounding old lady voice was replaced by a loud-sounding wolfy voice. And the wolfy voice said, "Little pig, if you don't let me in, I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house down." And with that, the wolf and the lady's nightgown huffed and puffed. Wait, hold on, wait. Did you guys know that it was a wolf? Oh, you did? Okay, good, because I wasn't sure if you know it was if you didn't know it was a wolf, that's okay, because Wiccan was face to face with the wolf, but he didn't notice it was wolf because he was like, "That nightgown's pretty sweet," because they had ruffles and ridges all the way down it. He got it from Macy's, but you know he used a coupon because Macy's stuff is expensive, right? So it's a wolf the whole time. You guys got that? Say aye. Aye. The wolf huffed and blew Winkin's straw house down. Well, the wolf had to catch his breath for a second, so that gave Lincoln the opportunity to get up and run next door to his brother Blinken's stick house. He ran inside and shut the door. And began frantically explaining to Blinken about the wolf and the lady's nightgown when suddenly there was a knock. It's not the police. It's not the FBI either.
Innocent.
It's not the NSA. You guys, I know who it is. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, everyone at the same time say who you think it is. Ready, set, go. Okay, and now I will tell you who it really is. Okay. When it appeared to the people and saw what appeared to be a large hairy woman wearing a lady's nightgown, he was very confused because the hairy woman had big ears, a long nose, and sharp, pointy teeth. It was the wolf. It was the wolf, you guys. The wolf he walked over from next door. You know how, and by Wiccan he got a head start going to the stick house, but you know how pigs run, right? They're like, "Ee!" but their legs are just little. They don't cover a lot of distance really fast. So by the time he got to the stick house, the wolf had already stood up and moseyed over there, and he was like, "Hey there, little Red Riding Hood." He moonlights as a lounge singer at a cigar bar on Thursdays. If you want to go, I know the bouncer, I can get you in. Anyway, so the wolf got over there. It was the same wolf the whole time. That's hashtag science. You guys, I'm an educational show. That's physics. Hashtag science. Thank you. And paleobotany. Thank you. Okay. I don't know. I'm not a chiropractor. Anyway, so wolf got over there. It's the same wolf the whole time, just one wolf. You guys got that? Say aye. Aye. Great. So what do you want? Yelled Blinken at the stick house door. "Excuse me, little pig," said the wolf. He was using his fake-sounding old lady voice again. Little pig, let me come in." Frantically, Wiccan made the "No, don't do it" sign to his brother. Blinken heeded his warning and yelled through the door, "No, I will not let you in. Not by the hair, my chinny chin chin." Suddenly, the fake-sounding old lady voice was replaced again by the loud-sounding wolfy voice. And the wolfy voice said, "Little pig, if you don't let me in, I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house down." And with that, the wolf and the lady's nightgown huffed and puffed and blew Blinken's stick house down around him. I know, that wolf has really good lung control. Wrong motion. That wolf has really good diaphragm control. Yeah, you got it. That's hashtag science. That's biochemistry, hashtag science, and endocrinology, hashtag, I don't know, I'm not a genealogist. Anyway, well, the wolf was about to pass out after all that huffing and puffing, so he had to sit down for a couple minutes. That gave Wiccan and Blinken the opportunity to get up and run next door to their brother Nod's gingerbread house. They ran inside and shut the door. I began frantically explaining to Nod about the wolf and the lady's nightgown when suddenly they saw sitting at Nod's kitchen table. There were two children, a boy and a girl. Nod saw them looking at the children and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, let me just introduce you to my friends. This is Hansel and Gretel. They are here for lunch." Yeah, he is gonna eat them. It's not cannibalism though. It's only cannibalism if you eat your own species, like humans eating humans. See, I know, but did you know that it takes 3 pigs 6 hours to get rid of 1 human body? Yeah, see, that's hashtag science. That's forensic psychology. I watch a lot of Law and Order SVU. Wiccan and Blinken were about to ask Nod what was going on with Hansel and Gretel when suddenly they remembered that outside the door there's probably a wolf in a lady's nightgown getting ready to knock. So they looked at the door, awaiting the knock that would inevitably come. But no knock came. That was really good, you guys. So they looked to the peephole of the door, but instead of seeing the wolf in the lady's nightgown, they saw a girl. The girl was wearing a red cloak broken hood. They were about to warn the girl about the wolf, and the girl began speaking to the wolf. "My grandmother," said the girl to the wolf, "what are you doing here? I was coming to see you. Grandmother, I don't know how to ask you this, but, have you had work done? Cause you look different. What big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my dear," said the wolf. He was using his fake-sounding old lady voice again. "And grandmother," said the girl in the red cloak, "what a big nose you have." "All the better to smell you with, my dear," said the wolf. "And grandmother," said the girl in the red hood, "what sharp teeth you have." The wolf stopped using his fake-sounding old lady voice, and he used his real wolfy voice, and he said, "All the better to eat you with, my dear." And with that, the wolf in the lady's nightgown swallowed the girl in the red hood down whole without even chewing. Don't clap for that. That's not a feat. You're supposed to chew your food. That's hashtag science. That's gastroenterology. Hashtag science and mastication. Hashtag science. You gotta pronounce that word really clearly, or else you can't do shows at middle schools anymore. It's okay, it's fine. Don't raise your cup to that. Okay. Hashtag science. Okay. Winkin and Blinkin looked at each other in confusion, then looked back out the peephole where they saw the wolf had taken a toothpick out of his pocket and was casually picking his teeth as he meandered away. Since he had just eaten that whole little girl, he was no longer hungry for bacon. That is exactly what I deserved. Winkin and Blinkin looked back at the table where Nod was with Hansel and Gretel. The table was heaped with every kind of food imaginable, and Hansel and Gretel were eating and eating, and Nod was encouraging the two children to eat more and more, even though the two children seemed stuffed to the gills. But you know that children don't have gills, right? You know that they don't have gills. I don't want you to take a child to, after my show, take a child to the ocean and be like, "You're free," because they cannot breathe underwater. And I will not make that mistake a fourth time. No. No gills on children. Don't clap for that. I'm learning. That's hashtag science. That's anatomy. Hashtag science and biology. Hashtag science. I don't know. I'm not a zoologist. I don't know why I did that one. Every so often I would have Hansel stick his finger out and I would pinch his finger. I mean, I'll be right back, you guys. Hold on. Everything's fine. I can handle it. I got it. Okay. Thank you. Everyone take a drink of your drink. I'm not going to chug it. How old are you?
Old enough.
To what? Shut your face. I'm going to take that extra credit button away. You guys, I have 10 more minutes in my showtime, but if I don't finish the story, you're going to have to wait till next year. So. Every so often, Nod would have Hansel stick his finger out and pinch so he was trying to figure out how fat it was getting. Winkin and Blinkin were about to ask Nod what was going on with Hansel and Gretel when suddenly there was an impatient knock on the front door. Before anyone could answer, the door burst open and in stormed a girl. She was blonde and had curly hair and carried a tiny little dog in a purse underneath her arm. She marched to the center of the room. "OMG, she said impatiently. It's about time you let me in. Do you even know who I am? My name is Goldilocks, obviously, and I'm like totes starving right now. I need some porridge, but it cannot be too hot and it cannot be too cold, and I need a bed to lie down in, but it cannot be too hard and it cannot be too soft because I am a delicate flower." Thank you. Thanks. Before anyone could answer Goldilocks, there was a big loud knock on the front door. And the door opened to reveal 3 bears, a mama bear, a papa bear, and a baby bear. "Where is she?" they all roared together. Then they saw Goldilocks standing in the middle of the room. "You," they said, pointing at her, "you were in our house, you ate our porridge, you slept in our beds, and you sat in our chairs." "And you broke mine," said the baby bear. Yeah, that's the baby bear. His voice is higher because he's just a baby. Big bears are like, "Brr, brr." Baby bears are like, "Meh." Have you guys ever talked to bears? No, you don't know. No, this is hashtag it's science. Big bears, brr, brr. Baby bears, meh. I just want you to know this in case you ever meet a bear out in the wild. If you need to know how big the bear is, this is what you do. You walk up to the bear, you be like, "Yo, bear, what's up?" And if the bear answers you like, "Brr, brr," it's a big bear. But if it answers you like, "Meh, meh," it's a target. You guys got it. It's hashtag science. That's speech pathology. Hashtag science and phrenology. ophthalmology. Hashtag science. I don't know, I'm not an optometrist. Anyway, the bear stormed up to Goldilocks. We're going to get you, they all roared together. And your little dog, too! Okay, thank you. All I need is one person to get that. And then I go on. Before anyone could separate Goldilocks and the three bears, the door burst open yet again, and in ran a boy. Underneath one arm, he had a big golden harp, and underneath the other arm, he had a big white goose. He looked over at Candle and ran to the middle of the room. Well, that guy is nimble, said Lincoln. Hand's quick, said Lincoln. Hey, Jack, what's up, said Nod. Everyone be quiet, said Jack, and a hush fell over the house. No one said a word. And in the distance, everyone started to hear loud, rumbly footsteps. And the footsteps were getting closer to the house. And then they heard a voice. And the voice said, fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. The footsteps got closer. The giant's voice got louder. Be he alive or be he dead, said the giant. I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Nobody said a word. Everyone looked at each other in fear. Everyone looked around and held their breath for it seemed like 5 minutes. It was probably like 30 seconds because you know how you're really scared of on and on, seems to go in slow motion. You're like, don't go in their room, but they go in their room anyway. They stab at the killer and you saw it coming. So you're standing in the middle of the movie theater, yelling at the screen, and everyone's like, Gwendolyn, sit down. Nope, that's just me. No one said a word as the footsteps stopped right next to the house. And then they continued on. Away from the house, getting quieter and quieter as the giant's voice got quieter too. The giant's voice was deeper when it got past the house. That's the Doppler effect. Yeah, if you don't know what the Doppler effect is, it's when a siren comes at you and it's like, woo, woo, and then it gets past you and it's like, woo, woo, it sounds drunk. Yeah, Doppler and drunk both start with the same letters. That's how you remember meteorology. Yeah, that's hashtag science, meteorology, hashtag science, and that's also astronomy, hashtag science, and also Scientology, hashtag science. Oh, they don't like that joke in Clearwater, Florida either. No one said a word as the footsteps, oh yeah, I already did that part. As the footsteps died away, everyone let out a huge sigh of relief. When suddenly the goose and Jack was holding squawked and laid an egg right in the middle of the floor. This is the most together egg laying I've ever heard in my life. Everyone looked at the egg and they saw that it wasn't just any old egg. It was a solid gold egg. So they looked at the goose and they looked at Jack, but before anyone could do anything, the roof of the gingerbread house got ripped open and the giant's big ugly face peered down at them. Aha, said the giant, I found you. Fee, fi, fo. Is something burning? Everyone looked back at the oven where Nod was standing. Nod quickly shut the oven door and looked off in a different direction. Anyway, said the giant, fee, fi, fo. Suddenly in the distance there was a loud thwack, thwack noise and then a huge crack. And the giant looked up, straight into the sun, apparently. Oh no, said the giant as a huge beanstalk fell down on him, crushing him to death. Yes, the correct response to that is yay. Not all, because he was going to eat them. He would open the thing. You know how there's those tins that are like blue and they have cookies on them? Sometimes there's cookies in them. Sometimes it's a sewing kit. He opened it, and he was like, no whammies, no whammies. Opened it. It was cookies. It was pigs in a blanket. Snacks. Timber! Yeah, the voice in the distance. Then there was a polite knock on the front door. Last knock. And the door opened to reveal a handsome-looking lumberjack-type fellow. Oh, sorry, said a handsome-looking lumberjack-type fellow in his handsome-looking lumberjack-type voice. Was that your giant? Gretel looked up from the table and saw the lumberjack standing in the door. Father, she said. Gretel, said the lumberjack, I thought I'd never see you. Gretel leapt from the table and ran to the lumberjack. He scooped her into his arms and hugged her and happily carried her out the gingerbread house door. Meanwhile, Goldilocks and the three bears were discussing things in the corner. Listen, Goldilocks was saying, I know a place on the road that makes amazing porridge. Let's go there, I'll buy us a round, and we'll top this whole thing out. Well, bears love porridge, so they did not need any more encouragement to happily follow Goldilocks out the gingerbread house door. That left Jack standing in the middle of the room. Well, said Jack, I guess we better get home. There's a Christmas pie there with my name on it. He said in reference to a nursery rhyme that only that guy remembers because he's seen my show a bunch of times. And he left back over to the candlestick and ran out of the gingerbread house door, still carrying the harp underneath one arm, and the goose had laid the golden egg underneath the other arm. Winkin, Blinkin, and Nod looked at each other and heaved a huge sigh. Wow, said Winkin. A whole lot just happened and I'm confused. Yeah, me too, said Blinkin, and now I'm a little bit hungry. Yeah, me too, said Nod. I'm hungry too. I wonder what I should do. Then Nod had an idea. I know, said Nod, and he put his arms around his brothers and he gave them a hug. Let's do one of our most favorite things, you guys. Let's all go get hot dogs! Yay! Said Wicked and Blinkin' and the three little pigs went wee 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 all the way to the hot dog stand and lived happily ever after. The end. Thank you. Lords and ladies, thank you so much for joining me here at the last show of the day of my festival season here at the Maryland Renaissance Festival. I hope you had as much fun here as I did.